Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. So, wrapping up preseason game 1 against the Bengals, there were a lot of good, a lot of great, and a whole lot of bad. And I mean bad. You know, obviously, the Bengals started Joe Burrow. They started off really slow last year, and they ultimately missed the playoffs, so it was understandable. They went right down the field on our depth. Granted, third and fourth stringers were out there. I understand that. But Ringo is not an NFL player. And this is a guy who is potentially starting for us this year. So that's a problem. You know, there was one play in particular where I feel like they threw a screen to either Chase Brown or Jamar Chase. And he played back. He didn't attack. And last year, the biggest thing about this team was every single corner and every single safety attacked. So we need to make a move, or we got to hope and pray that this kid from the Raiders is the real deal, or we're going to have a gaping hole there. Ty Robinson looked great. You know, Tanner McKee, you can't say anything more about the kid. You know, he's going to rot away here, and it's a shame because the guy has starting skill in this league. He really does. His release time is up there with Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, and he's a fucking skyscraper. So that'll be a problem, honestly, but we have a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Obviously, I'm not going to say start Tanner over Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts is just a dog, so I don't know. And the thing is, I'm not just going to give up Tanner McKee. You know, if the Saints want to make a call, offer us King's ransom, like 2 first-rounders or something like that, then maybe I would talk. But Tanner McKee has potential. He has a lot of potential to not only be an NFL starter, to be one of the top starters in the league. That's how much faith I have in this kid, because he was throwing absolute dimes over the Bengals secondary. Granted, they're not that great, I understand that. But he was throwing absolute dimes to Jahan Dotson, Johnny Wilson, Cooper. Like, he was throwing to players that aren't even going to start on this team. You know, so honestly, you know, I have all the faith in the world with Howie Roseman. I have all the faith in the world with Nick. But other than Tanner McKee, Ty Robinson, and I'm going to say maybe Ricks, I didn't really see anything. So yesterday, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. They did win, which is cool. But then again, the first couple drives with Joe Burrow, they went right down the field. Like, there wasn't even any pressure. There was no pushback. So that kind of worried me a little bit. But with that said, the Birds are back. And, oh yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Stop starting your first-round picks on special teams, especially to block. I did not like seeing that with Jahad Campbell. I did not like seeing that, because a first-round pick is usually a starter week 1, and you're going to get him rolled up in a meaningless preseason game. So stop doing that. With that said, I'm out of here. Fly goes fly. I'll be back next week. And, yeah, take care.